You can make pancakes at home pretty easily, but head out for a meal at IHOP and it's easy to please the entire family. IHOP is so iconic that you can identify the shape of the building long before you even catch a glimpse of a sign. But there are still plenty of things you might not know about this American family favorite. From bombs to IHOP. IHOP's founder Al Lapin Jr. got his start in the movie business after serving in World War II. While in film school, he got a job making movies for the US government about how to survive a nuclear attack, including obtaining basic necessities. Lapin started thinking about how coffee fit into the plan, and he developed a plan for delivering coffee to businessmen across LA. When he was inspired by the success of McDonald's, IHOP followed not long after. Enter pancakes and a pot of coffee on every table. The iconic look of Lapin's restaurants came next. The distinctive blue roof was chosen because of a similarity to the instantly recognizable orange roofs of the popular Howard Johnson's chain. As for the chalet-styled building, Lapin wanted his restaurants to have the appearance of a place that would be every bit as welcoming and cozy as your own home. Say your prayers. Everyone knows IHOP stands for the International House of Pancakes, but there's another organization that's used the acronym. That's the International House of Prayer, and the pancake place decided to mess with God and sued the prayer place in 2010. No one would ever confuse what services you're going to be getting at which, but problems arose when the church started serving food. The restaurant trademarked the acronym in 1973 and reportedly made repeated requests for the church to stop using it. But the requests were ignored. The lawsuit was dropped after only a few months, and according to the Los Angeles Times, the matter was being mediated in hopes of settling out of court. As of 2017, the church is using IHOP KC to distinguish themselves from the restaurant. Putting the I in IHOP. It's a bit ironic that the International House of Pancakes became such an iconic piece of Americana, but it turns out that International didn't refer to any aspirations of becoming an internationally, globally recognized chain. The name was actually a reference to the restaurant's menu. The idea was to have pancakes from all over the world. According to the Los Angeles Times, the menu originally included offerings like the Persian pancake, the exotic-sounding Tahitian orange pineapple pancake, and even a Kauai coconut pancake. While some recipes were phased out, IHOP still uses the basic recipes they've used for decades. Bacon me crazy. Living next to an IHOP would likely be horrible for your waistline and for your heart, but one neighborhood found out the hard way there's another problem: the smell. In 2012, Business Insider reported on a feud going on between an East Village IHOP and their neighbors. Residents complained that the smell of bacon grease was so bad it was disrupting their sleep. And honestly, can you think of anything worse than the constant smell of bacon that's not going to be eaten by you?
Come get your bacon, come get your bacon!
IHOP installed a $40,000 machine on top of the building called a smog hog to remove all odors before they had a chance to escape. But the feud didn't go away. It wasn't long before Gothamists reported those same neighbors were now complaining because IHOP's smog hog was all but deafening. Sometimes there's just no winning. The Vermont Special. Vermont is known for their maple syrup, and the idea of eating pancakes and waffles in Vermont without slathering on some fresh, very real maple syrup is pretty unthinkable. And while part of the allure of IHOP is all the syrups, they're not exactly all natural. That's why South Burlington, Vermont made a special agreement with IHOP. They would be the only location out of around 1,400 that would be allowed to offer real maple syrup with all those flavored, fruity favorites. Shockingly, when IHOP representatives came to the location to train the franchisees, many of them also reportedly tried actual maple syrup for the first time. Cinn-A-Stack hack. Hearts broke when IHOP took their Cinn-A-Stack pancakes off the menu, and it's no wonder. They're delicious, and you can't have too many ways to legitimately have dessert for breakfast. When 5-year-old Leah DeBar's parents took her to IHOP, they found her favorites were no longer on the menu. When the franchisee of her local IHOP got wind of the little girl's heartbreak, they not only held a Cinn-A-Stack-filled surprise party for her, they put the pancakes back on the menu for a limited time. While not all of us are lucky enough to have a Cinn-A-Stack surprise party, with help from this Cinn-A-Stack hack from Delish, you're covered. The same thing that makes Cinn-A-Stack pancakes delicious is used on their cinnamon swirl French toast. Just order some buttermilk pancakes and ask them to use that cinnamon spread and some cream cheese frosting. Presto! Done! Thanks for watching. Click the mashed icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.